All right, back out here on the old BSA. Got the tank off there. I'm going to retorque the head. See here, this is the shop manual. Calls for 25 to 26 for your head bolts and nuts. Climber, I think it's a climber, or Hayes, calls for 33. Has that sequence. This book just talks about starting from the center, working your way out. Doesn't have a picture. This was out of the service instructions. The order was messed up. I corrected that, and it talks about doing this at 250 miles after decarbonization or when new. I've got 44 miles on it. If you get on the internet, everybody's got their opinion. You don't need to retorque them. If you do, you do it after your first heat cycle. Some say 50 miles, some say 150, 200, 250, you know what I mean, opinions. Everybody's got one. I did come across this. I like how this guy mentions marking them and loosening them, one at a time, and then retorquing, per the sequence. So that's what we're gonna do here. The video I had, part 20 of torquing the head, slowly brought it up from torquing at 20 all the way to 30, and there was really no change between 30 foot-pounds and 33. A couple of them had a little bit of change, a little bit of movement, but not much. But here we're just going to loosen one at a time and bring them up slow, bring it back to torque one at a time, working my way around the head. All right, let's get the valve cover off. All right, valve cover's off. Going to reuse the gasket. So I took my time taking that off, and I'm going to write down how long this takes, I guess. Some guys are saying it's not worth going back to do it. Others say go back and do it. Anyhow, it's funny how long I think, or how quick something's going to go, or how long it's going to take, Anyhow, it's out here farting around. You got some touch-up paint here. Going to do a little touch-up on the tank here. A few little spots too while I'm out here messing around. Probably not going to film all this, just show little bits and pieces. Let's see here. Next, I'm going to get the spindle off, exhaust valve spindle, get the push rods out of there. Here we go. All right, real quick, just giving these a quick shake. It's a left intake valve. Right exhaust. Those will all get adjusted, obviously, taking all that, taking that forward exhaust spindle out there. Yeah, the left intake had a little more shake in it. All right, we got our push rods out. Obviously, our rockers are off, and the rocker spindle shaft. Gonna take spark plugs out next. Not gonna time that or write that down, but here we are so far. Got them laid out right here. Also got a picture in the Hayes book here. So we'll pop them spark plugs out. Then we'll start with the center bolt there. All right, so I marked the bolts. Can't remember if I discussed the instructions or, yeah, I think I just talked about that. What call them instructions, but what somebody on the internet references what they do. I wouldn't put a whole lot of real estate in this. I guess probably the white paint pen or something. I don't know. Would be better, but I'm definitely not making marks on these outer nuts here. But yeah, I'm gonna get in there and start with the number 1 bolt down there. It's cracker loose, and not take it loose all the way, but just break it loose a little and then retorque it. All right, I'll bust this one loose over here. It's number 2, couldn't really show number 1. It's just a little bit, $5 o'clock, I think you referenced. guess I should have filmed that mark there, but this is set at 30 right now. Shine that light there. And see how it looks like it's in the same spot, but I'm at 30 right now, not 33, but maybe a little bit, moved a little. I mean, it's so hard to tell because that Sharpie is so fat or wide. All right, take back what I said about them marks. I did decide, when I didn't notice on the second bolt here getting torqued, I decided, well, maybe I should go to 33 foot-pounds like I had final torqued on the head, you know, a few videos back. So I went to 33 on that number 1 bolt. It moved a little bit more. I noticed number 2 did too, and I don't think that's going to be a major issue. You know, it loosen all them up to a lighter pressure, then torque down to a final pressure, or torque I should say, not pressure. But yeah, you can notice the mark there on the 3rd bolt. Here's the 3rd bolt we're torquing. I'll move on to the 4th one. I'm sure it'll be the same, but yeah, I guess, hey, you know, marking them is a good idea there. All right, mark the outer head nuts. This will be our first one over here we're starting with. It'll be number 6 there. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can see I just, you know, barely broke it loose there. You know, you're not unthreading the thing. All right, got one undone there. This is our apparatus. May take a little longer. And that. Oh, spin that around there. Lined up like so. Oh yeah, definitely some movement. All right, so this side, the nuts, this is the right cylinder, or right side of the cylinder. You can see quite a bit of movement. A little bit on that one, and not much that one. I'm going to go around and give a final, you know, just go over them all, starting at the beginning. And I'm sure I'm assuming there's not going to be any change. But, yeah, give it a go. Yeah. Don't do that now. Really? Huh. Oh man. Good times there. Yeah, not feeling any change there. Yeah, nothing there either. Oh. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Might not even put this in the video. Nothing. Come on. Hands are getting greasy. Oily. Can't grab on or nothing. Which one is that again? There we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get any movement on any of these. But kind of better safe than sorry, right? No movement out of any of them. Kind of figured that. Yeah, I didn't write down how long that took. I mean, probably didn't need it, but anyhow. Yeah, get the rockers back in there and the push rods and all that good stuff. All right, actually took longer, I think. I didn't time it. Do the valve tappets. 8,000 up the inlet, 1,000 on the exhaust. Pretty sure I got a video that shows that. Here's how my plugs are looking. That's the left hand. It's right hand. That was a quick loop there. Jonah's loop, got a video I'm gonna post of that. Got my notes there. Torque the head bolts, valve tappets, 44 miles, 1.9 hours. The inlet on the right cylinder here was a little tight. That tappet was a little bit tight. I couldn't get an 8 in there. I didn't see what would fit in there, but I adjusted that, and I adjusted the left inlet too. So exhaust inlet valves are done. Gonna get the valve cover back on here. All right, spilled a little grease there on the mating surface. You know, try to reuse those gaskets. Some of that stuff there. But yeah, I thought I was gonna go riding today, but I don't know, man. The weather it's doing what it wants out here. It sounded like it was raining. Yeah. Metal roof. Must have been leaves. Either way, it got dark out there. Sun was shining earlier. But yeah, gonna get this back together here, get the tank on it. All right, go-to book. This book here, Workshop Manual. Not a bad book here for the money, climber. And you can find this free on the internet. Instruction manual. And we had about right around 30 minutes into it. I'd say give yourself an hour. You know, I'd say it seems like it takes longer to adjust the tappets, like I said earlier. But yeah, here's my go-to modified AutoZone spark plug socket there, you know. This 5/16 fits right in there. You can use closed end on your base nuts right there. I tried this blue job stuff in the pipes. I was curious about it, read about it. When I got the pipes cleaned the first time, it was sitting for a long time, about 20 years or more. And I just hit it with WD-40 and steel wool, and not real aggressive, but you know, it cleaned them up. I imagine I could do that again, but I think they'll just change to the same way they are right now. I do got a picture I'll post. It old picture shows this pipe, and it's been like that. It's kind of cruddy though, but I don't have a picture of the other pipe anywhere to reference. That one's definitely got pretty blued out, but like I said, look at them plugs, they look pretty good. You know, they don't look lean or nothing to me. Before they were pretty sooty when I was running it fat, and yeah, well, you could tell it was fat. It was running terrible, but running good. I got the tank on here and fired up. Okay, stay there. All right, let's do a cold start. Turn the key on. Go, it's ready to go. Check it out. Alright, guess that's it for today. Thanks for following along. Feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Take it easy. Have a good weekend.